Hi, welcome to my video. That sounded really cheesy. Why have I quit Diablo 4? I've quit Diablo 4 because of this one item, razor plate. I can't find it. And I've farmed all the spiders and all the beasts to death, and I can't find this item. And it's driven me now past the fun farming stage, which I'm a big farmer and a big crafter. So I like doing repetitive stuff to the point where it's broken me. And I have good endurance when it comes down to farming type games and things. So, and this is my reasons for these stats. Now I saw Quin69 go into this thing called D4 Armory, and I thought, hey, that's interesting. I remember he went on that. See if I can actually get any interesting stats from this. I'm a hardcore player. I've always been a hardcore player from Diablo 2. Love it. I love the thrill of potentially dying and losing everything. So I can accept loss. Obviously, you cry about it for 30 seconds and then you dust yourself off like a stiff upper lip and you just crack on with it. I can't do it now. I'm just so burnt out with this game. Stats 13 days, 12 hours, 34 minutes. I've played actual time in game with this, which is slightly depressive, but shouldn't get depressed about a game. You're like, yeah, 13 days. My God, I could have learned a new skill. Us gamers, eh? But it's these two stats. I've killed 378,594 monsters. No razor blade. I have killed 12,644 elites. No razor blade. Think about it. 12,644 elites I've killed. No razor blade. I can't do it anymore. I am just banging my head. I've done all the target farming, apparently 5 times chances of a chest item type dropping for a monster. Just can't get it. I've farmed nightmare dungeons constantly. Helltide. I was target farming Helltide. Apparently, uniques didn't drop then, but recent patch they do. So I thought, happy days. Target. Had a chest. So I'm like, oh, open that up. Give me the money. And then it drops me unique boots. I can't do this anymore. It sounds like I'm whinging. I'm not. My experience is mine. If you're loving the game, love it because it is a good game. And I've always been a Diablo fan. And I thoroughly enjoy the combat and the action. It's great, like intense, on top. The monsters are trying to smash you, and you're like, I've got to survive. I could die. Brilliant. Love it. But I can't because I want to play a Thorns build. I'm a hobby streamer. So I've just started out. I thought, I've always wanted Thorns because the Crusader Thorns in D3, and I tried that and it just fell over. But I looked at the minions on Necro, and this is the thing. My criticism and feedback to Blizzard is, look, there it is, 50% Thorns. Happy days. That's the build I want to do. There's the Paragon board. There's glyphs that support it. There's gear that supports it. Like my pants. Look at my pants. It's gorgeous set. Pants. Thorns. Golem inherits 9%. Happy days. This is what I want to do. Nightmare dungeons. Push that. It'll be good with Thorns because it's a slogfest. You don't speed farm by Nightmare dungeons. It's about survival. Pitching your skills against the system. Coming out with that theory crafting build. But this is the flaw in the game design. I have to find an item to allow that to happen for me to progress in the end game, to get that higher, more difficult content. I need to find a razor plate. Ring and Mandel, for example. That damage there. And Quinn said something. I watched one of his itemization videos. I might clip it in here if I can find it, and I'll link it in the description below. But he had a fear because uniques weren't, this is 3 months back and in beta. He had a fear that the item set bonuses in D3, the 30,000% damage, was actually going to be put into one item. So Razor Plate, in theory, and Rinna Mandel is that damage. So 10,000 Thorns, that is the 30,000 damage in D3, in my opinion. It feels like. So I can't do a Thorns build that has the DPS output until I find that one item. It's not built through this, through the Paragon board. Well, kind of semi, maybe, but it's not built through your skills. You know, Thorns. It's just I think really bad game design, and I've spent, as I said, nearly 14 days in game on this one character. I had 2 before that, 2 level 60s, and what it's now is depleted my fun of the game. And as I said, I have minimum, like, farming's just fun for me. It's broken past that, because if I play a rogue now and think, oh, I'm going to do a rogue build, I'm going to play a rogue, and I theory craft my own build. I do look on the internet and see what other people are doing, and I have my own takes because I like doing that. Is it going to take me another 12,500 elites? I haven't even found it, so I don't even know what this number would be. It could be another 12,500. It could be 30,000 elites I have to kill before I even find one. I don't know. I don't want to find out. I'm done. I don't want to find that out anymore. But then this is the weird thing about the whole system. My gaming experience could be a lot different a week ago if I found it. This video wouldn't even exist. I'll be doing my Necro Minion build. I'll be on my little live stream, my 7 followers, and going, hey, doing my Necro Minion build. And, you know, people, hopefully, or whatever, can say, hey, he's doing his Minion build. Not many people are doing that. I mean, I'm not the only person. Something called main character. No, I'm not a main character. But that was my challenge. And that was where I hopefully was going to get my fun. And as being a dad gamer and family man, and this whole casual thing, Diablo's targeted for casuals. This ain't casual. This is extremely hard work. And I like hard work in games. I like the farming and the grind. This ain't fun, because I'm literally farming for something that actually defines a build, actually makes a build functional and work. Not improve it, not solve a problem, like, oh, I need a ring, an umbral ring, for example, so you have a resource issue that you need to solve. Something Quin that said, and I sound like a Quin fanboy here, but I do respect Quin's gaming knowledge and his intakes in God Gamer, self-imposed title. But he did come out and say that your character is a problem that you need to solve. You need to then align attributes or try and find ways to solve it. My problem is solved by RNG, a drop. I haven't solved it. I haven't thought about theory crafted of take a little bit here and put there. It's literally about waiting for something to drop. Me, done with that. So that's one of the reasons. The other reason for feedback wise is the information in the game is awful for Necros. Probably the same for all the classes, but I haven't really played any of the other class. But I would presume a barbarian is a barbarian. So whatever you're equipping affects your barbarian. Necros are different. Druids a little bit with the companions, but I haven't played with those. I don't know what gear, if I'm equipping, actually works for my skeletons, because there is a very much short change feel with the itemization in this game. Because minions, you get a tooltip saying 30% inherit, or of what? Now, you have to find this by content creators, or find the information of some poor guy like MacrobioBoi or DrybearGamers that sits there with one minion and he hits it over and over and over and over again, and he's creating a spreadsheet and he's looking at, you know, I'm a spreadsheet next to the next person. That's awesome. And it's great that they've got that content, but it's like, really, if you think about it logically, should it actually come from them? No, it should come from Blizzard. It should be in the game to be able to say, right, this item does this, so it will be able to affect your minions in this way. And you look at it and think, okay, right, well, I won't choose that, or I will check, or I need to find more of that, or I need to find less of that. It's a guess. It's something like Shadow Blight damage, which is a very... Where is it? Here we go. Apparently, and somebody tested it, it was on like a notepad, that Thorns damage is increased by Shadow Blight. Now, I could be wrong about this, or he could be wrong or right. It doesn't matter. Point being is the ambiguity. I think it's the key word. There's too much ambiguity in this game for my liking. Because then I'm especially a hardcore player, going into difficult content, And I don't know if my gear is actually giving me what it says on the tin. Am I actually getting the power that I'm actually equipping? And apparently Shadow Blight does this. But this is another thing coming back to bugs and fixes like Shadow Mages, the shadow damage. It doesn't help proc the passive Shadow Blight passive on a Necro. So, you know, if I didn't know this from content providers, content creators testing this, if I was just log in the game and I'm going to make a build and it's shadow damage, that's great. Well, that's going to help proc on the 10th. This doesn't do it. So I'm being shortchanged through a choice. That sounds like a victim complex, but it's not my fault. Didn't like saying that quote, but so this is my feedback to the game. I tried to keep this under 10 minutes. Yeah, I've quit. Now, my experience is not your experience. If you're having fun with it, I've got my money's worth out of this game, so I'm happy with that. And I think that it has great potential. Waffle core, how ironic, waffle. And I will keep my eyes on it. If I need an action RPG fix with some combat and stuff, Diablo is always a game that I always will go back to. But there are other game titles coming out, and Blizzard have got to be extremely careful about this because, you know, this person here is like, I'm spent, and now my eye has gone wandering over to other titles, and I think I need a bit more of a relaxed, chilled game that's not getting so frustrated with the 10th what was it, Bloodless Scream that I've collected, and I've farmed the same content so repetitive, and yeah, I don't want to kill another 12,500 elites just to find out whether a razor blade drops or not. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the content. Be positive. The game is good, but it's not good for me anymore. So be safe, be lucky, and please be kind to everyone. And yeah, take care. Bye-bye. Quit.